But that amulet she wore could be important, or maybe the fact that she lost it.
God
What
dang,
did
dude,
you
this
do
place
with the
I'm in
child?
has so
What was I
many
to do?
bookshelves.
Took it out
Huh.
and buried it.
Just
I'm
As
not
many
looking
as
at
Skyrim?
anything.
Damn you!
I don't know about that one, but it's got a lot
It
of
was a
them.
horror. I wanted it to end.
Skyrim had a lot of
That child had
bookshelves.
been my dream. I told Anna.
Well, I'm like, I'm in
our
this
little one to make
room,
things
and
right.
I mean, I'm
And she
increasing
died
stuff
before
one
she
by
could be
one.
born. Understand, Witcher? My child was dead.
get hold of yourself. Men like you,
I
when they
can't
break
believe
down,
I have
look
3
downright
months to wait
pathetic.
before fucking the Flash
You're
comes
a
back.
heartless
Bullshit.
bastard.
Mutations worked then. But here's the good news. Your dead child might help us find the one who's still alive. And your wife.
What? How?
Sometimes miscarried fetuses, if they don't get a proper burial, turn into botchlings.
Into fucking what?
A cursed creature that draws strength from killing pregnant women. Once it's strong enough, it attacks those who scorned it.
But how? How does it know?
Blood ties. They're a strong bond. A bond I want to use to find your family.
How?
One of 2 ways. Legends claim you can bury a botchling under the family's threshold, perform a ritual, and turn it into a lubberkin. That's a sort of, hob, a guardian spirit that could lead me to your family.
And the other way?
We kill it and draw some blood. Take that to the Peller and he does the rest.
Do not kill my child. It's suffered enough already. Lift the curse that it may finally rest in peace.
Whatever we do, we gotta
Oh,
find the
nothing good.
botchling first.
I'll show you where I
Right now.
buried her,
Jesus.
and I'll dig the grave at my threshold.
If it turns out we can't transform the botchling into a lubberkin, they can bury us in it, handy either way. The sooner we resolve this, the better. Best do it tonight at midnight.
Then wait here with me. Near midnight, I'll take you to where I buried her.
Get word to the common folk. Let us stay in their homes tonight and draw a line of salt outside the doors. And try to sober up.
Do I take a shovel to dig up the grave?
Take it. You'll need it, but not for that.
A bit further. Follow me.
Read the bestiary to learn about botchlings.
Man, that Project Almanac you said was the greatest movie ever.
I didn't
It
say it
got
was the
2.5
greatest.
stars.
I said it was a good
It got
movie.
2.5 stars,
It's
dude.
a good movie.
Are you on Netflix?
No, it's Amazon.
Okay, did you watch it?
No, I'm not wasting my money on a movie that got 3 stars or 2.5 stars.
So you're just basing it off of other people's reviews, not knowing what you might in fact get from the movie. That's essentially what you're telling me.
Yes.
It didn't look great to begin with. And it looked kind of campy and with some really bad acting.
It was camping.
But then again, and really, King, like, no offense, but you like Arrow. So that kind of takes a lot of it off the table for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was already hesitant, didn't really think it was going to be that good, and then you told me it was good, and you like Arrow, and then they just told me it's only 3 stars or 2.5 stars. So I'm thinking that I'm not going to like it.
I mean, I guess it's a fair enough assumption.
I don't. I disagree.
I liked it.
What? If somebody that recommended it doesn't likes other stuff you don't like, you'd still take their recommendation?
Well, I don't watch Arrow, but if someone said, "Hey, this is a great movie," you know, I'm gonna go and look online and see what it's rated, not by the people who own Amazon. Yeah.
No. It's rated by the people who watch it. Amazon doesn't rate things themselves. What they do is they send you emails after you purchase things and ask you to rate them.
Yeah, but let's say 100,000 people watched the movie, okay? And out of that 100,000 people, only 2% of the 100,000 people rated it. And those 2%
Are they going to be the people who really loved it or really hated it?
Yeah. What's the movie called? Project Almanac?
Project Almanac. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 34%. Metacritic 47%. That's terrible.
Okay, it got a 6.3 out of 10 on IMDb.
Listen here, Evo the Joe Blow. It's a good movie.
I'm just saying Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 34%.
Rotten Tomato? What does Rotten Tomato know about movies?
Okay,
they're like
Tomato
they're like the biggest movie rating site out there.
Yeah, and they but Steve,
Give the child a
they
name.
will destroy a movie. There's hardly any every movie that has come out.
Well, no. What they
royally
do is they do the same thing as Metacritic does, where it basically takes all the review scores and averages them.
Chose a lovely spot.
34 is a pretty. 34 is a pretty high average, so.
Good.
34% out of 100.
Graves dug
Yep.
up and empty.
Imagine
I
going
always
to
go
school
off of IMDb,
going to 34, getting a 34 on a test.
and it got a 6.3.
Look,
Like Steve, what's one of your favorite movies of all time?
Favorite movie of all time?
anything goes
That's a
Garrett.
tough one.
It'll bite us in the arse before we know it.
Keep screaming and it will turn rabid.
You gotta realize I grew up in the Breakfast
What
Club
happens when it
era.
gets plowing restless?
It'll
I'll
bite through
get
your
a phone
jugular
for this
and you'll
damn
bleed to
movie.
death before I can help. Tell me if it starts wriggling. I'll calm it with magic.
All right. Well, what are we talking about? Are we talking about comedy,
Take it
drama,
Anything.
sci-fi? Well, I mean, it matters because my favorite. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I have some my favorite comedy isn't my favorite movie of all time. One of them. Favorite movie ever.
Back to the fortress.
What? With this?
As I recall, you were the one wanted to test
I
the
don't know.
legends, change it into a lubricant.
I have so many fucking favorite movies. It's ridiculous. Probably. All right. Favorite movie ever. The Usual Suspects. Have you ever seen it? Go rent it right now. King, have you seen The Usual Suspects? Kevin Spacey?
I told you, we went over who Kevin Spacey was, and I told you I had no idea who this man was.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He said, "Oh Jesus Christ." Listen, I'm carrying a fetus, alright? I'm watching a fetus. A dead fetus. Okay?
Really, King? You don't know?
So what was your point about asking me what my favorite movie was?
Okay, so that one actually did get really good reviews.
Spectres.
It got an 8.6 on IMDb and an 88 in Rotten Tomatoes. But that came out in 95.
Yeah.
So you go up.
What's my favorite modern movie? I don't know.
Yeah.
I would say one of my favorite modern movies I'd say is Tropic Thunder. That was one of my favorite comedies of the newer generation.
Is what?
Now, granted, there are some people who didn't like that movie because they don't like Ben Stiller or they don't, you know what I mean? But I thought that movie was hilarious. Another one of my favorite movies of this era, I'd say, is Pacific Rim. Like, if we're talking about movies that I recommend to everybody.
It got a 64% on Metacritic.
Yeah, and it got a 72% on Rotten Tomatoes and a 7 out of 10 on IMDb.
Yeah. Realistically, I don't go with Rotten Tomatoes or...
What do you want to do with it?
I've watched a lot of movies that
Told you, gotta bury it under the threshold.
people have said, oh, it's horrible, you know, you won't like it. I've watched it, I'm like, dude, I thought it was, well, made. I won't say it's the greatest movie alive. Holy shit.
No, I feel you, but there's just, like, movies that I get that feeling about, like, I'm really not going to enjoy it. I just, like, I can't, I don't know. I don't enjoy movies that are just action for the sake of action or drama for the sake of drama. Like, it actually has to have an intelligent plot that makes sense. And if I can shoot holes in the plot in the first 20 minutes of the movie,
Need to hurry.
I'm not happy.
Well, why are you trying to shoot holes in the plot?
Because in this day and age, if you can come up with a good idea, you can come up with some fucking scientific theory or something that can back it up. Or you didn't really try. You know what I mean? Like, you can make things plausible these days because there's so much knowledge out there, but if you don't even bother, yeah, I don't want to read your watch your shit.
Come on.
I guess, okay, you know, I mean, like, one of my favorite examples of this is the fucking second Mission Impossible movie, where he fucking lands a motorcycle on top of a train and then spins it around on the back wheel and does a wheelie down the train. I'm sorry, like, a normal person, a normal human, can't do that. I'm sorry.
It's an action movie, though.
But when you get to, like, total unbelievableness, that's when you lost me. That's what I'm saying. Like, there has to be, like, I'm all for action and cool shit happening, but there has to be plausibility. Like, if it's just to throw it in there, I don't want to watch your shit. You know what I mean? Like, just like Michael Bay with the fucking explosions. Like, I can't stand Michael Bay movies. Why? Because he just throws shit in there because he thinks it would look cool.
Okay, so then you probably hate Fast and Furious.
I really haven't watched any of them since since Tokyo Drift.
Hold on. All right.
And I would advise you not to watch any others.
Yeah, exactly, because it's going to be ridiculous stuff. You know what I mean? Like, once you get to the point where you've gone beyond, you know, a plausible stretch of reality, I can't, you know. Now, I mean, you know, if in that movie that I was just talking about in fucking Mission Impossible, if he was some kind of genetically engineered fucking super agent, all right then. You know what? Then I can believe that you could maybe possibly